What's your name?
Danny Shao.
Where are you from?
I'm from Taiwan.
Okay. Are you an international student?
I'm actually a domestic student.
Okay. But you have a international
Background.
experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. In Taiwan.
Yes.
Okay. Health insurance. So we were been asking international students about health insurance and how they have to pay $99 a month,
Okay.
even though that they for summer months, in which case they're not here, but it's still mandatory.
Sure.
So we wouldn't even have to ask you, especially
Yeah.
since you're domestic.
I
Does it
don't-
really apply to you?
No.
But workshops, do you identify more with being a domestic student as opposed to an international student because you're from Taiwan?
Uh-huh.
Or do you identify more with your American experience?
Well, I honestly think that depends on situations. Most of the time, I still identify myself as an international student, mainly because of my background. But in school, I do consider myself as a domestic student because just because my experience is more so towards the domestic experience. Yeah.
Okay. Did you, coming from Taiwan, did you have to take a language test?
In the beginning,
For
yes.
school?
Yes. When I came here 8 years ago, yes, I needed to take a language test. Even when I was applying for college, I still need to take that
Really?
language test.
Why?
Because for anybody who don't quote me on this, but I think for anybody who has been in the U.S. for less than 5 years, you can choose to take this English exam for a foreigner, kind of, and it's called a TOEFL, TOEFL. And then I took it just because my language at the time was not sufficient enough, to pass SAT or whatever. So, yeah.
Okay. Did your credits transfer from high school, or did you have to start all over again?
I'll credit transfer, yeah. If I took any APs, yeah, and then credit will transfer.
Did you find that you were at the same level with people when you came here, or
Yeah.
were you more advanced or far behind?
Some classes is more advanced.
That you were more advanced, or this school?
I was more advanced, and then some of them is about the same level, kind of. I never felt I was behind, so
Okay. What about? Do you have any international friends?
yes.
Okay. Do they feel the same way about coming here?
That I don't know.
No.
We never talk about that much. Yeah.
Okay. Driver's license. Anything different than a domestic citizen here? Is it more easy or is it the same for you?
Well, I only have one driver's license. It's from the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't think that would apply. I don't know about assisting Taiwan at all.
Okay.
I don't drive in Taiwan.
Okay. Can you still qualify for scholarships through
Yeah.
the Office of Financial Aid?
Yeah.
Okay, because you are a
A
U.S.
domestic.
citizen.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And how's your experience here at Michigan? Do you feel like your identity being from Taiwan has been supported, or?
It's definitely been supported because there are several of us, like many of us, that having the same background. And then, I mean, it's not even supported just because they're international student on campus. It's more so also just people are being friendly. Like it's not like they look at you as like, oh, you're Asian and they don't talk to you or whatever. It's a lot diverse in this environment, and I think people are happy about that. And then I think people do see that potential of being diverse is good to interact with each other and everything. So I never had any problem.
So, would you say it's probably reflective of international students in general? Do you feel like students are supported here on campus?
They are definitely supported, but our question would be whether or not they're supported the way they want to be supported. Because school are definitely being very helpful, very supportive, trying to host all these workshops, seminar, whatsoever. But whether or not this is something that they want, whether or not this is something that or style that international student will be happy about, then
Yeah.
that's the question mark.
That's
Because you need to
interesting.
talk to you need to see their perspective before you make those decisions.
That's
Because
interesting.
yeah,
What about the International Center? Do you use that as a resource?
I don't because I'm not an individual student.
Okay.
Therefore, I don't really receive information from International Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's about it. Thank
Cool.
you.
No problem.